Today, we have a very, very important show, if not one of my most important shows that I've ever spoken about on the channel, right? So we have two new coins that I want to speak about in complete detail, and I'll be outlining my exact reasonings why I think they're going to perform super, super well. We'll definitely also be speaking about those low market cap gems that you guys absolutely love, so stick around for that. But I just need to talk about these two new coins first and foremost, and why they're so important and why they should pump. And if you guys agree, have a look at it in your own time and potentially invest if you'd like to do so, right? So before we go ahead, do not invest any money you're not willing to lose. We've got that out of the way. Let's get right into it. So the coin I want to speak about first and foremost is Worthless coin. This is a coin that was spoken about very, very, very early in our free Telegram group, guys. If that's something you're interested in, you want to find these coins before they pump, go and check out my free Telegram group. And we do have the VIP Discord on the side as well if you're interested in that. However, we spoke about this before a mil market cap. Well, there went before it bonded on Moonshot, right? So what's the significance in all of this? So Worthless is the highest market cap cryptocurrency under Moonshot, right? So this was the best and most successful Moonshot release. Now, why is this super important? Not only is it ironic, like Worthless, and we've seen Useless pump and everything like that, so it has the narrative behind it, we can actually prove it. This is significant because look at Troll lately, guys. People think this is completely organic. This is completely planned by Pump, in my opinion, guys. So we did see Pump getting absolutely outperformed by Bonk, right? So Bonk.Fun took over for all the volume, and we saw people launching on Bonk all the time. This ultimately ended up in Bonk going parabolic. As we can see, it went from about $1 billion market cap, less than $1 billion market cap, to $3 billion very, very quickly, like in the space of a couple of weeks, right? So Bonk.Fun completely took over the Solana ecosystem for a bit and took all the volume. And since Bonk was sucking all the liquidity away from the other launch platforms, they are obviously competing with them and taking away profits. So what did Pump do? In my opinion, it's not proven, but this is very, very plausible. Pump decided to pump Troll with their own kind of marketing bags. And obviously people are FOMOing in and speaking about it. So it's kind of like a self-feeding loop. But regardless, I believe Pump has done this out of their own good. This was a Pump release, and they have absolutely exploded the price of Troll. So what does this tell you, guys? This tells you that they're willing to market these coins and push them, because the thing is, what is the best form of advertising in crypto? It's the graph, right? The graph is the tech. So when the graph goes up, that's when everyone cares. What has everyone been speaking about in the crypto space lately? Troll. It's all about Troll, how much hype is surrounding Troll. Because guys, you got to think about it. Was this meme really that popular? Like, yes, in the grand scheme of life, yes, it is. Troll's an OG meme, but there was another Troll on Ethereum already. So why wasn't that pumping? That one is a lot older than this. It's on all the exchanges already, but this was seemingly very cabal driven. And I'm not saying it's not a good investment and you might not make money on it. The whole point here is that, what do you think Moonshot is going to want to do to Worthless coin's price? Sitting at 7 million market cap, under 7 million market cap, I believe they will be coming for Worthless and trying to pump the bag on Worthless, because this will give exposure to Moonshot. Moonshot's app is very accessible to the general public, onboarding retail and normies, and they are going to want to onboard them on top of the most popular coin on the launch pad, right? So Worthless coin, in my opinion, is probably one of the most highly skewed trades in your favor that you can possibly take right now in crypto. As we can see, it's essentially bottomed out, guys. You were getting it very, very, very close to the bottom after a hefty correction. I mean, if you bought up here, you'd be very sour. But nevertheless, guys, we've had that 60-70% retracement that memes typically have. And we've seen the pathway for Worthless to take over now. I think, guys, if you understand what I'm saying here, and look, this isn't specifically with Pump. If we look at Jupiter, they've launched this one, right? Uranus. And this one went up to 48 mil market cap. It was actually over 75 mil market cap at its peak. And this is what's happening, guys. So this is how they're drawing attention to their launch pad, So these things are very important when it comes to understanding crypto and what's happening at the time, because people will just be like, oh, Uranus, it went up. People FOMO'd in, it went to 70 mil. Yes, that's what happened. 100% people were, but you're not actually grasping the full concept that they've personally invested money into their own coin going up as a reinvestment into their own ecosystem, right? So people see the coin go up, they start using their platform more, they collect more on fees. So I think that's what's happening at the moment, guys. And I just found this while I was searching CoinGecko for Uranus DEX. This actually looked like quite a little gem, under a mil market cap. So have a look into it in your own time. It's actually a DEX. They're saying you can trade with leverage on this DEX. Take a look at it in your own time. I haven't double checked that, but that's just an interesting thing in this video, right? But nevertheless, guys, if you see my thesis here, you understand what I'm talking about. You'll see that Worthless has a lot of value when comparing them to these other ones that have pumped massively. So sitting at less than 7 million market cap, I think we could see a narrative takeoffs here soon. The next narrative I want to speak about is the latest narrative that is seemingly with Base. So a lot of people have been hyping up Aerodrome and Base, the whole Base ecosystem, about how Coinbase will be onboarding Aerodrome Finance as a liquidity provider for Base, yada yada, all this good stuff. That's amazing. That's great. Very Cabal vibes from Aerodrome Finance. Is it going to be a good investment? Probably. Okay, this will probably still do really well. We're not looking here about $1 billion market cap. We're looking here, Alien Base. I've spoken about this project in the past, and this is another buy alert that went out to my VIP Discord. We caught it before this pump, and I said, look, this is probably the best DEX for Base. I know Aerodrome is the one that's marketed by everyone, and they're all paid shills. Alien Base, in my opinion, is going to be very, very useful. So now they've updated the website as well, guys. So they're still working on this project. So I told my following about Alien Base ages ago now, and I said, this is really good, guys. If Base gets the volume, this will absolutely take off. So the reason why we're positioning ourselves now, because obviously Base has been cold. So, you know, I wasn't speaking about Alien Base before, but I see these slight narrative shifts. If you're on crypto, you're on crypto Twitter, you're looking at the news all the time, you see these slight narratives coming. I think it's a great time to position yourselves for the Base ecosystem plays, and that's why we'll be speaking about Alien Base. Alien Base is a DEX for Base, right? It's a liquidity provider. You can do your swaps on here. So you can provide liquidity and earn Alien Base, and so there's actually utility behind this as well, right? So you can passively earn, create and launch your own token. That's one thing I want to put a lot of emphasis on. If you can create tokens on Alien Base, a lot of people are going to be using this, trying to create the next big Base meme coins. And Coinbase, as we know, has the ability to onboard retail, normies, whatever you want to call them. It's up to you, right? Coinbase has that power. That's why we did believe in the Base blockchain in the first place, right? So there's nothing completely special about Base blockchain. It's just, that's where all the marketing is. That's where the powerful figures are. That's where the money is. And you follow the money, because money follows money. And that's how we're going to get in early on these projects. So take a look at Alien Base, guys. You can launch the app yourself as well. You can trade now. You can do all of these things, right? So if you want to connect your wallet, swap for anything that's on Base as well. Alien Base is obviously coming back at the moment. That's why we're speaking about it as well. And we did catch this just before it pumped as well, because I was on top of the news and everything. So Alien Base, definitely a place to look if you're looking for a beta play to Aerodrome. So Aerodrome undoubtedly will be bigger in market cap, but Alien Base, in my opinion, will yield you those huge returns. So great one to look out for. These calls were early in our VIP Discord group. So if you want to be on top of things, join up there. Now, just a cheeky mention to a meme coin that's on Base, because as there is going to be a lot more volume coming for the Base blockchain, it looks like, I think Quokka is a place you want to look if you're looking for huge multiples. You know, you're looking for a really risky Base play. So Quokka is a new meme coin that's built on the Base blockchain. We've talked about it in previous videos. I'll just go over it very quickly. It's an evolutionary meme coin. So once they reach these milestones here for market cap holders and everything like that, the Quokka kind of evolves. So it's very cool, very unique, and they have good intentions for saving quokkas. And if you don't know what they are, they're an Australian animal. They're native there. There's rumors that the teen quokka is rebellious and will have all these kind of different things going on for it. So if this is something you're interested in, just having a bit of fun and a gamble on the Base blockchain, I mean, you have your main picks in Toshi, Basenji, possibly Brett. So have a look at Quokka in your own time, guys. So when you've got Bonk, Jupiter, Pump, and Moonshot, You've got all these different launch pads. And by the way, guys, there's so many more, and actually some that are big that I didn't mention. You've got all these kind of companies here, if you want to call them that, competing for volume. And that's what obviously gives them money from fees and whatever it may be. When you're competing for the limelight, it's very obvious why they're doing this. So B is obviously they've got Bonk as the main coin that's attracted a lot of attention. Jupiter, you've got this new Uranus kind of meme coin that everyone was speaking about. Pump, you've had them have Troll now. So in my opinion, artificially pumped to get them attention again, because they were losing out to Bonk massively, guys. I don't know if you saw the stats on that. Bonk were owning about 70% of the volume as opposed to Pump. So, and then you've got Moonshot with Worthless. Bonk is about 4 bill market cap, right? Three or 4 bill. You've got Uranus that reached a market cap of 75 mil. And you've got Troll, which has now reached over 220 mil at its peak, I believe. Now, the thing that's interesting, Moonshot here is arguably the best out of the lot. Now, what is the top coin on Moonshot? Worthless at 7 mil. So when I chart it out like this, guys, the narrative might be very, very obvious. With regards to how many people buy Worthless or not, I think it's in Moonshot's best interest to pump Worthless. So they might be putting a lot of money into it soon enough. And this is not financial advice by any means, guys. This is huge speculation. I think it is in their best interest to draw volume, draw attention to Moonshot by pumping Worthless, because that's what they did with Troll. You know, the Bonk ecosystem took over, and then there was things like Momo, but obviously Momo wasn't insider at all. And then you've got Uranus, which looked a bit artificially pumped. I'm not sure that many people bought into it. It was 75 mil market cap. It could potentially be though, right? But Worthless at 7 mil, guys, very, very undervalued. Huge pick there. All right, enough of the lesson. Let's get into the fun. So Abster, how many times do I have to warn you about Abster, guys? We've been speaking about Abster for months and months. We're kind of one of the first on YouTube to speak about it. There was a few other channels I've had a double check. Abster has been one of our easiest holds so far, right? We got in at this at 5 mil market cap. I let everyone know on my channel at about 7 mil market cap. So Abster is essentially your best beta play to Pudgy Penguins. This chain is co-founded by Luca Netz, and he's the co-founder of Pudgy Penguins as well. Abster sounds like abstract. This is obviously the mascot of Abstract. And what do you think will get the most attention and volume, and in turn making the price go up as much as possible? So we've seen this thesis play out before. We've seen Brett on Base reach over 2 billion in market cap, and that wasn't even heavily advocated for by Base. It was kind of just pushed by a narrative in the whole crypto sphere, like crypto Twitter. What do you think this can reach, guys? If Pudgy Penguins keeps exploding like it has been, I think Abster can easily reach a billion market cap. It's not a 30x anymore, but it's very close to it. And I think it can do even bigger numbers, right? I'm being kind of half bearish there. So this is exploding today. It's always exploding. Abster's always doing incredibly well, guys. So look into Abster. I've warned people so many times about Abster. This is one of our best calls on the channel. It has been the easiest hold. This was when the market was going down, guys. Smart money was accumulating. They were building while the market was getting smashed. And this is our reward right now. So a huge green candle there. Morningstar reversal pattern happened there. I think we're going to absolutely explode still. I think it's still relatively early on Abster. So make sure you get yourself familiar with the Abstract blockchain, guys, because you are missing out on so much to come. And there's going to be so many other opportunities there. We might have to make another video on it. Next up is Mars, which, like I said, is my favorite meme coin at the moment in terms of risk to reward ratio. So yes, it's not the best meme ever in the world. I'm just saying for a 1 mil market cap, very rare you're going to find a project that is better than Mars, in my opinion. The narrative is simple. It's another pygmy hippo like Moodang. If Moodang had the potential to take over crypto Twitter, the news, and become a 600 mil market cap coin, then I think Mars has potential to take over the news, take over crypto Twitter, and become at least a $50 million market cap coin. Because obviously you're not expecting it to get right up there with Moodang because that was the original hype. So as a beta play, you're typically expecting it to soak up about 5 to 20% of the volume, depending on how strong the narrative is, right? So Sitting strongly here at the support levels, Mars is actually looking phenomenal right now. So if you guys were looking for a buy, not financial advice, but it is holding this level really, really well. So we did wick under it a few times and it was just scooped up very, very quickly. So hopefully Mars starts using this level, this previous resistance as a level of support and bounces off strong. I think once there's more people on board Mars, this will absolutely explode. Next up is Marie Rose. And as you can see, the charting is already open up because I wanted it done ready for this video. This is holding previous support as well at these levels here, so very, very strong. I'm expecting it to chop and change between this zone here. That's why I've drawn these kind of trend lines here. It's broken out of that downtrend and it exploded up, and then Bitcoin came down a bit and a lot of people dumped Marie Rose, and it has hit that support level again. So it didn't go below the support level, which is very, very bullish. So I'm expecting a lot of turbulence between these 2 points here and eventually another breakout to the upside. Like I said, so many bullish points for Marie Rose. You've got Murad shilling it, like soft shilling it. You've got James Wynn that followed it and talked about it on X. You've got a lot of bullish scenarios, being the mascot of SPX in general, right? So there's so much going for it. I think there's so much liquidity to still come for Marie Rose from the SPX community, guys. So if you do agree with that thesis, have a look into it in your own time. And last but not least, look at MindFact, guys. This has been our complete favorite Matt Fury pick. It has held this trend line beautifully. Every time it gets dumped, it gets scooped up straight away by aggressive buying. This is doing incredibly well. Website's amazing, team's absolutely amazing, and I heard there are exchange listings on the way. So this team knows how to keep it moving. It's holding that trend line, looking absolutely phenomenal at the moment. I think it's going to break out very, very soon once those sellers are exhausted. That's enough from me on the show, guys. If you learned something, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoy my content as well, make sure you join the free Telegram in the links down below in the description, because we chat there every day. There's so many members, almost 2,000 people there and now. It's absolutely insane. And then we've got the VIP Discord group for the people that want something more serious, right? So you want to see my buy and sell alerts, you want to talk to me one-on-one, all that good stuff. We have voice chats there with everybody as well that we're hosting now. So come and join the fun. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.